Is this starting? Hello. I don't know if I'm live yet, so let me just check if I'm live, if everything's working okay. Then as usual, yes, we're live. Brilliant. So I'm gonna tag everyone so you know where to find me, because there's always someone who cannot find us for some reason. But yes, let me just check if yes, everything's working. Beautiful. Guys, welcome to day 4 of our program, of our free course. I am absolutely buzzing. This is probably one of every single day has been amazing because I'm passionate about every single thing I teach about. But business strategy is so close to my heart simply because this was the biggest milestone for me in my business. This was exactly the reason why I started attracting clients and receiving some sort of income, because in the first 2 months of my business, I was doing all the energy work, I was doing all the required things, and I just didn't have the skill. I didn't understand how to attract clients through social media. So the minute I learned it and I implemented it, that's when money started coming in. So I think although business strategy is responsible only for 5% of your success, it is so crucial, it is so important, because it's a skill you need to learn. If you want to build a global online business, have more reach, more impact, more financial freedom, you need to learn how to be visible. You need to learn how to attract people into your community. You need to know how social media works and how you can use social media to your advantage to spread your beautiful knowledge and teachings and service, okay? So, welcome. Really excited about today. Stay to the end of today, because not only I'll be announcing the highest participant who will be winning one-to-one call with me, but I'll be also giving some offers. I'll be giving some giveaways. So stay till the end. If you can't stay till the end, watch the replay for sure. Yes, so I'm live, so people cannot see me. Brilliant. But I'm sure, let me just refresh it. I can see some people are hopping on. So if you are hopping on, please say hello. If you're watching on the replay, please put #replay. Today it's going to be, as always, interactive. So make sure you comment, you reply to my questions. So the more you participate, the more you will retain information, the more you will see impact in your life, okay? So I can see people are hopping on. Oh, hello, I can see comments. Amazing. Elna, good morning. Karen, good morning. What a beautiful, Janita, good morning. What a lovely start of the day, right? That's the best way to start of the day. So today you'll discover the one and only aligned business strategy for creating more reach, more impact and financial freedom, because we're all here meant for more, and let's go and do this, okay? Lucy, morning, hard to find you this morning, but here now. Yes, I don't know why people cannot find me. It's funny because I tag everybody, so you should get a notification. But yeah, I know people find it difficult to find me. But here I am. So I'm not going to go into too much detail. I don't want to retell my story again, because I really went into a lot of detail. I shared my story in great detail on day 1, but I know some people will be joining us just for today. So I just want to say 2 main points, right? First year of my business was extremely difficult for me because I was still operating from the old conditioning. You have to work hard to make money. I still had employee mindset, so I was really structured in my work. And I was actually working 10 hours a day, Monday to Sunday. There were no days off, and I only made 30K in the first year of my business, okay? So I went from that to then in the second year of my business, when I became a mom to this beautiful baby. Well, he's not a baby now. He's 5 years old now. Eric, I reduced my hours to 1 to 3 hours a day, and I hit my first 100K in just 6 months, okay? And I started operating from a place of freedom, harmony, balance, alignment, authenticity, ease, and flow, okay? And not only that, those sort of numbers kept repeating for for, like, you know, since then I've been hitting consistent 6-figure years, right? So this is something that can be sustained, and it can be sustained from a place of flow and alignment, right? So the keys to your success: how did I manage to sustain this success? How did my clients do it? So this is just a quick recap of what we've done in the last 3 days. So remember, 95% of your success comes from internal energetic work. So you really remember, you are meant for more, and so you need to create a business that is purpose-led, that's really aligned with your purpose. That will really unlock your zone of genius, that will raise your vibrations. The higher your vibrational frequency, the easier and the quicker you'll be able to achieve your goals. Healing internal blocks to your success on all levels, right? Conscious, unconscious, and energetics. Getting clear on your soul-aligned vision to make sure that you're creating life that truly aligns with you. And the more aligned you are, the quicker the results. Make sure that you do not create ghosts from your mind that are ego-driven, because that will already create blocks to your success. Embodying the next version of yourself, so truly stepping into the next version energetically, in body. So you need to think like her, feel like her, and act like her. And of course, discovering your zone of genius and turning it into an irresistible offer. And that will make sure that you're new, you're unique, you stand out in a market. So that's crucial. So we covered all this from day 1 to day 3 of this course. Okay, so you haven't watched everything. If you missed any day, please go back and watch, because my process, my approach is a step-by-step approach. It's very difficult, you know, you cannot be missing the steps basically. And the 5% of your success, something that we'll be talking about greatly today, it's all about business strategy. But it's not only just any business strategy. We then need to align it to you. Everything you do in your business needs to align, needs to give you joy, needs to be raising your vibrations. A lot of the time people are really high vibe, they're so excited about their purpose, they have clear vision, and then they implement a business strategy that completely gets them out of alignment. So that will create massive block. If you're doing business strategy that is rooted in fear, consumerism, numbers, greed, then that will be out of alignment with you. Because remember, we are here to help people to, we are heart-led entrepreneurs. So the 3D way of doing business and the old-fashioned way of marketing and business completely does not align with us, okay? So you need to be very careful what you implement into your business. Always check in with yourself. So, and healing blocks at each milestone. So as you build your business, there are certain milestones that will trigger certain internal blocks. So typically when people connect to their purpose, I have clients being like super excited, so emotional, they finally, like, they grow energetically, they're already expanding and they feel amazing, you know, like they're ready to take on the world, right? Like they're ready for it. Then they sleep on it, and then the mind completely takes over. That's when the fear kicks in, because your mind realizes that you want to do something out of your comfort zone, and it's really scared about it, and you know the role of your mind is to keep you safe. So it will throw all the blocks there are: fears, doubt, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, like how can you even do this, right? So, and that's normal. So I want you to know that at certain milestones in your business, there will be always different type of blocks coming up, and everybody's different. We will all have different blocks coming up at different times, and that's okay. Just be mindful that that's okay. Don't feel like, oh my God, I can't do this. Like I have this block and that's it. The more blocks you have popping up, the better it is. That means the blocks are ready to be released, and you need to release them, right? You need to heal them. So the next time is when you create your offer, when you create your program. People then tend to have a confidence crisis. Do I know enough? Can I really create this transformation? Who do I think I am? Do I have enough qualifications? And am I smart enough? Am I old enough? What will people think of me? Right? So like fear of judgment. Lots of things come up at this stage, right? Really, so we really, people worry about their ability to deliver the transformation that they are meant for, right? And when it comes to business strategy, you know, business strategy really allows you to then take your program out there, speaking to clients, you being visible, you're attracting clients, you are actually creating the transformation for them. So here at this stage of your business, the typical blocks are visibility blocks. People don't want to be visible, people are shy, people are scared. And people and money blocks here come up, because that's when you actually start making money. So scarcity mindset. So here we work a lot with money blocks, and that's when the abundance consciousness comes in to help us work through that as well. So because of this process, right, what this really allowed me to achieve was that I've been recognized as the leader in the field, in my field, and was invited to 15 events as a main speaker in the last 12 months, because I have created a very unique approach, right? When people create businesses, you know, they go typically to a healer, then they have a specific person for a business strategy, and that's very difficult because your healer might be doing something else, your business strategist will be doing something else for you, and typically you're operating at very different frequencies here, business strategy and spirituality. So you need to have, my approach gives you a holistic approach that marries those two worlds together, right? So my approach consists of different domains such as psychology. So we work off like psychology of sales, of marketing. That's important. There's not too much psychology, but we need to know how this all works on social media as well. And also we work with conscious mind as well. So that's psychology and coaching, limiting beliefs. Karen, wow, all of this is exactly where I am. You have hit the nail on the head. Yes. You know what? It's funny because I've gone through this journey, right? I've gone through all these blocks myself. And I've been working with people now for 7 years, and I've worked with like really closely with hundreds and hundreds of people. You know, I've had people doing my online coaches that I don't really work closely with, so that would reach like thousands of people by now. But one-to-one, you know, I've done hundreds and hundreds of people, and that's how I know the blocks people experience, they are so similar. You know, we all have the same blocks, right? They will come from different things, different experiences, the root cause is different, but we all have the same thing. So that's why I'm confident that, you know, you can definitely heal it, you can definitely let go. So yeah, psychology, coaching, mentoring. So coaching, mentoring is more to do with my experience. So, you know, our approach is all about, you know, I've done this for my clients, and I help my clients through my experience. I know what works by now, you know. Business strategy, marketing, sales, and then the spiritual side, you know, the healing. You know, I've been given, I'm so grateful for my guides, you know, I've been given a beautiful healing modality, channeling. So I'm a channel of 5D consciousness, abundance consciousness, and the Pleiadians. So 5D consciousness really helps us create business from a place of love, alignment, service. So now the business actually marketing is shifting into that gear, because a lot of people are becoming unconscious. People are sick and tired of not feeling like human. There's no, like you can see on social media, everything is like numbers, money, numbers, money. People are seen as numbers, and that does not align with me, and that does not align with the higher frequencies. So yeah, so now we will be seeing massive shifts in business, and businesses will have to catch up quickly because people are massively changing as well. Energy work, alignment and embodiment, and also different spiritual practices to really help my clients create more impact and success and financial freedom, right? And I always stand for, you know, creating freedom, financial freedom and impact and reach from a place of harmony, balance, alignment, authenticity, ease and flow. Okay, so this training, who is it for? So tell me, give me a big yes, because I am full of energy today. As you can see, I'm so excited. You know, I am presenting you something that is so life-changing. I love what I do. I love this because I've seen this changing people's lives every day. So tell me if you're excited, and tell me if this is for you, right? If this resonates. So you want a widely successful, purpose-led, this is important, business that creates massive impact, changing people's lives. You deeply care about people's lives, and you want to create massive difference. Is that you? Tell me. Me, Karen, yes. You've been struggling with the traditional manipulative marketing. So have you noticed that? Do you feel it as well, or is it just me? Do you feel that the old way of marketing, the old, traditional way of marketing that manipulates, that it's rooted in fear, do you also feel that? So you've been struggling with the traditional marketing for a while, wanting to find an easier, more aligned way of attracting clients that is specifically designed to you. Because remember, we are all designed to create success in a different way, okay? You want a strategy that is rooted in your purpose, service, love for your clients, genuine connections, authenticity, flow, ease, balance, and alignment. And it's all freaking possible. You crave for freedom, balance, that was me, more flow and alignment so you can feel more connected to your purpose and step into your true power so you can create the impact you're meant for. Who's with me? Lucy, I can't work within it. Yes, that's why. Yes, Elena, yeah, this is me. Amazing, good. So this is definitely for you guys. Yes, the always doesn't work for me. That's why I don't do anything. Exactly. And I actually wanted to say this even before you said that, Karen. So this is what happens, people see social media and, we are being impacted by social media every day. That's why I don't follow anybody anymore. I just go into my group, I spread my message and I leave. I stopped following any coaches. It was just draining my energy because especially when I connected to 5D consciousness and I was following coaches who were very spiritual, and I know that they're not aware what they're doing because I wasn't aware about what I was doing as well. So that's why I'm so passionate about bringing this new wisdom to the world, because this is what happens. You're so passionate about creating impact and you have beautiful gifts. You have something amazing that you need to share with the world. And it blocks you when you go to social media because exactly like you don't like how people show up and you don't want to show up like the old traditional way of marketing tells you to show up. But that's a good sign. That just means that your soul is telling you this is not your path. There is a better, more aligned way of doing business, right? So be happy in a way that you've been resisting it. There's a reason your soul's been trying to show you another way. And here I am. Hell yeah. So you want a strategy that offers a rinse and repeat process that requires no extra cost, no funnels, no website, no big audience, right? Remember, I work with clients, people who are just starting out. So we don't have massive, budget. We don't have big audiences, right? Like we all start from scratch, okay? You want to create massive financial abundance and have financial freedom. So, when I work with clients, we work on this soul-aligned vision, right? My clients do reach 6-figure years, but I don't want it to be like something that you want to aspire to if that's not in alignment with you, okay? And working less. So I'm not a big fan of masculine, like work, right? There needs to be balance. For me, it's not about working more, it's about being more, okay? Lucy, I've struggled for years not understanding why I couldn't create a connection with the world out there. Yeah. And, and it's all about creating a connection with your tribe, with your people, because your people are actually they're looking for you. They might not even realize it yet, but they're searching for something. And it's important, to connect to the right people, okay? You are done with playing small. You know deep down that you're meant for more and you are more than ready to take action and leave the legacy, real legacy. So this is quite a big one and tricky one as well, because a lot of the time people are comfortable with playing small or they don't realize they're playing small. But are you guys ready really to fully step in, connect to your zone of genius, create something revolutionary and impact people's lives? Are you actually ready for this transformation? You know what this transformation looks like now, right? Like it's not only butterflies and rainbows. It's not only going to be amazing. It's going to be times where you're crying your eyes out because you're going through deep trauma, you're healing your deep past, deep trauma, your fears and worries will be up here. Are you guys ready for it? I find it so exciting. I know it's hard as hell, but it's necessary and it's a beautiful, beautiful transformation. How do I find my tribe, Karen? We will get to that, so we will talk about that. Lucy, yes, amazing. And you want to have ultimate freedom. Freedom is absolutely my top value along with family. So, I really believe that everybody should have freedom. Everybody should do what they want when they want without any compromises. Okay? So let me ask you, are you ready to create a thriving, purpose-led business from scratch so you can create the impact and success you're meant for with ease, flow, and alignment? Let's freaking do this. I've been ready for the past 5 years. Good. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so ready. Good. I'm ready for you guys. I'm like, yes, let's do this. So here are some reasons why people don't buy from you at the moment, and we will be targeting this throughout this training, okay? Bring it up, guys. I love your energy. This is amazing. Let's do this. Good. So first of all, you promote your modality without having clear understanding what impact you want to create, so your purpose. And as a result, you disappear in a crowded marketplace. So we've already targeted some of this in the previous trainings. You are speaking to the wrong audience, so people who are not actually your dream soul-aligned clients. So if you are in the position right now when people just want free stuff, or they're asking you questions, or they don't even show up, right? Then that means that you're talking to people who are not ready for transformation. There will be always group of people who love what you do, who love your teachings, but they're just not ready yet, right? It doesn't mean that they will never be ready, but right now they're not ready. These are the people who you don't really want to be speaking to, right? Like you can be speaking to them, beautiful, but who you want to really focus on are people who are ready for transformation, who are ready to be like, I'm ready to work with you right now. Like, let's do this, yeah? We don't want to be convincing clients, because first year of my business, I had this, and I had to heal that part of me. I wanted to help. The desire to help and people please was so high that I was really focusing on people who were so deeply down that they were so not ready. They were so not ready to do any work, right? They only wanted to speak to me, they wanted me to hear them out, but they didn't want to take any advice. They were just not ready, right? And I've had people who started with me from the first year of my business and they were ready to work with me 5 years later, right? And I was like, amazing, right? But make sure you focus on people, and your marketing message is for people who are ready. Then it will be so much easier. No need to create that transformation for people, but they will come to you, so you don't have to chase them. It's not about chasing. It's not about convincing. That's old way of doing business. That's not where we want to be. Or you have no community, right? So you have no community to sell to, so you're constantly looking for people who don't know you. And it's very difficult to sell to people who have no idea who you are, because we are here to create massive, deep transformation. It's very intimate work. It's hard for people to work with you if they have no idea who you are, okay? Or you're not growing your community consistently. It's nice to keep growing your community so they get to know you, and so every day you should be growing your community and getting more people into your community. Karen, don't want to work with people who don't want to help themselves. Yes, that will drain your energy and will make you resent your business. I've been there. So first year of my business, I worked with a lot of clients who were like so hard because I was pouring my energy into them, and some of them were just like, no, but I actually want to be where I am at, and to the point where after my first year, I wanted to quit because I thought, well, what's the point? It's exhausting, and then I realized I'm not actually speaking to the right people. Right? So when I started working with more alignment, that's what I realized. And then when I changed my business strategy, marketing, everything exploded. Or you are operating from out of alignment and you let your fears and limiting mindsets steal the show, right? Typically scarcity mindset, right? Worrying about the future, worrying about finances. This will create massive block because we're here to actually attract money. This is your livelihood. Your offer is not unique, as you have not discovered your zone of genius, right? So you're not standing out, you're not connecting to your zone of genius, and you're getting out of alignment as a result. Your audience is confused about your message. They are not sure who you are, what you do, and how you can help them, okay? Your content does not move people. When we create content, when we show up, we want to create connection. We want to move people deep down, right? It's not about, oh, that content was cool, I've learned something. You want to move them, you want to activate them, okay? You have no idea how to attract clients effortlessly in a way that feels easy, fun, and authentic. You have no proven business strategy that aligns with you, with who you truly are, that produces predicted results, right? So business strategy is key here as well. And you do not have a proven business model that really gives you the lifestyle that you want as well. You do not sell or promote your services, so people don't actually know that they can work with you. Your audience can't justify the investment for your program. So that's a big one, right? So many people think, oh, it would be nice for me to do this program, but it's not a necessity, right? You don't know what your star aligned vision is and what your next level looks like, creating more blocks to your success. Your audience does not trust you or does not believe you can provide them with the results. Does that resonate with you? Do you know where you're currently at? Do you hit a lot of points? This list always helps my clients to figure out, okay, these are all the things I need to work through or I need to work on, okay? So let's get down to how do we enroll clients? How do we actually attract people into our tribe, into our community, and how do we actually turn them into paying clients, right? Because I've also had clients who came to me and they had like 10,000 people in their community, and I'm like, oh, wow, amazing. So you must be making lots of money. And they're like, no, we make zero money. And I'm like, but how? How can you have 10,000 people and you're not attracting clients, right? It's not only about having people in your community. It's about making sure they want to buy from you. They want to work with you. They feel inspired. Karen, Lucy, sorry. It's a nightmare trying to sell in business clubs. Yeah. No, we don't want to do that. That's a waste of time. Karen, all the points are spot on. Lots of work ahead. Good. I know sometimes it can be overwhelming. People are like, oh my God, but where do I even start, right? That's why with my approach, we have to go step by step, slowly, step by step. And when you do something every day, all of a sudden you create massive, massive progress. Junita, yes, I need to change many things. Good. At least you're having that awareness. Good. Now I'm going to share with you different ways in which you can attract clients, paying clients, okay? Freebie. The reason why freebies are so important, especially when you're starting out, right? Remember, I focus on people who are just starting out, is because you probably don't have a community yet, or if you do, it's a small audience. And we are creating something so new. Remember, your program will be so new, revolutionary. You will create something like a new method, new approach, right? Something that doesn't exist anywhere else. So the freebie will help your clients understand your approach. Freebie is always meant to educate your clients and is designed to help them connect to you, get to know you. So people will not know who you are whatsoever. How many of you, I know some of you have already known me and you've been following me and I'm so grateful, but I know some people join this freebie, majority of people join this freebie who have never heard my name before, right? And, they're getting to know me. And it's not about me pretending to be this amazing person. It's about being authentic so that people, the right people, your tribe actually resonates and they want to work with you because of your connection, right? So the freebie is designed for you to present yourself, tell them who you are, tell you your story, because your story will be so emotionally connecting to your clients because they are going through what you have gone through, right? And educate them. Remember, you'll be telling them, hey, I know what you're going through. I know I've had the same problem as you. I managed to actually overcome this, right? I've been trying to overcome this in this way. You are probably doing the same. That's why it didn't work, because now I've got this new approach that works, and this is the reason why it works. This is the reason why other methods don't work, right? It's all about educating them so they understand that you're an expert, that you're likable, you build trust, you can even show them your results. If you have results or past testimonials, it's a great way to show them in a freebie, right? Karen, tired of networking meetings, don't get any further. Yes. Oh my God, networking meetings. My business coach told me, go to networking meetings. So at that time I was living in London. So lots of business meetings. I not once got a client from that. For me, that's a waste of time, right? I used to do meetup. Do you guys know meetup events? I created my own. Like, this is such a waste of time, right? So I have wasted a lot of my time in the first year of my business, for sure. Junita, I was attracted to your energy. Amazing! Like attracts like, right? So freebie, it's a beautiful strategy. This is the reason how my clients get to their first 10K months, 10 to 25K, just from a freebie, because freebie is designed to get you as many clients as you desire in a small space of time, because you do a freebie, you promote your program, and then that's it, right? And then you get as many clients as you want to work with, and then next you start thinking about developing something new. Another thing, how you enroll clients is content, right? But it needs to be so aligned marketing. Yes, it needs to be so aligned marketing, so aligned content. I'll tell you how that looks like. So I'm going to be exploring this in more detail. Automation and energetically. So freebie, content and automation, this is strategy-based approach, and we're going to bring alignment and spirituality into it, of course. But energetically, that's pure energetics, right? How do we attract clients energetically as well? And energetic alignment is important in every single step, okay? So the first thing, before you even start thinking about attracting clients, what do you need to do first? You need to create a community. This is the most important thing, because you don't just want to create 10K months and that's it. You want to create consistency in your business, right? So when you have community, not everybody will buy from you straight away, but people will stay. People will need time to get to know you, to build trust. Some people will buy straight away, but some people will not. And that's okay. So having a community allows you to nurture people, to build that connection with people and wait for them to be ready. So what do I do? Email list. Email list is very, very important, because email list is something that you own. It belongs to you. Social media platforms, they don't actually belong to you. They can close it down. Remember what happened to TikTok, right? They just, what if Facebook one day closes your Facebook group, right? Or your profile, and then whole your business is gone, right? All your members. So email list is very, very important to have. And also social media is important, because you want to be you will have a massive global reach, right? So so you need to have both, and I will show you how to do that, right? And also remember that the new way of doing business is deeply rooted in love for your clients, love you have for yourself, but also for your clients, and connection, genuine human connection. That will set you apart right now from other people. Versus numbers game. Numbers game is the old way of doing business. Just focus on how many people you've got. What about how many people did you convert? There's no feelings involved. There's no, connection. And people can feel that, and people don't want to be, online courses, people, some people are aligned with them and they thrive, and some people still respond to it. But there's a lot of now people who want to be, feel that connection, work with people on a deeper level, right? So really, when you create community, everything is down to your intention, right? If you're creating community with the intention of I want to make money, the lower vibrational frequency stuff like greed, consumerism, fear, right? And so if you do not heal those blocks and you operate, your vibrational is at that level, then you'll be creating community and attracting people who will not want to work with you, who will not want to pay for your services, okay? So remember, intention is crucial. I made this freebie because I truly, genuinely want to help other people. And I know even if you don't work with me, I know that the information from this freebie, from this free course, can really help you, right? So have intention, the right intention. You want to connect to people because you want to help them. You love helping them, right? So this is very, very important. So now let's look at attracting clients, okay? So here are some passive ways of how you can attract clients in your sleep. So I want you to create a social media, like you need to choose a social media platform that truly aligns with you, okay, aligns with your personality, that feels right. When you show up, you know, the sign that you will know that it's aligned with you, you will feel like you want to show up, you want to connect with people. Social media platform that you probably already know, are familiar with, and you spend some time on, okay? So when you choose the right platform, then it's time to choose the right name for your group, your community, right? What is the right name? Your right name should have keywords, because people, remember, they use keywords to search for information, to search for the solution, to search for groups, to search for communities, right? So what are the keywords that your clients are putting into search to look for help? So our niche, our message really helps us with that. What problem you're solving, what results you want to create for your clients, that is something that should be put in your name, okay? So for example, we want to work with people who are depressed, you probably say something about depression in your name, and happiness, right? Your clients probably want to be happy, so from depression to happiness, or, you know, these are the good keywords, okay? So really think about the keywords, because a lot of people will just search for the solution, for help, and your profile will show up, okay? The next thing is the right setup of your social media. So remember, like, think about providing a client's journey. So right now, I can give you an example of how I have it structured. I have a Facebook group. So I am on Facebook. That is my preferred platform. And sorry. So I have a profile. In my profile, I tell people who I am, what I do. And then my first link is to invite them to this Facebook group, because this is where all my potential clients, my tribe, my people are, right? And I put all my energy into this group. I want people to be here, right? This is where I sell, this is where I provide freebies, this is where I give content, this is where I provide value for my people. So I want them to be here. So when they look at my profile, they straight away go into my group. So that's the right setup, right? Business pages are not as effective as they used to be. Profiles are very effective, and groups are very, very effective right now, okay? So make sure it's the right setup. So, you know, if you're operating under your profile and not under your business page, and you're promoting as your profile, then if people go onto your profile and there's something, they don't know who you are, remember that, you know, you are representing your business now, right? So that's important. But there are also active ways. So we want to be focusing. So once you set up the passive ways, you set it up once and you forget about it. So then you want to be focusing on active ways of attracting clients, so you have full control over how much money you make in your business, okay? Because remember, this is your business. This is your livelihood, right? You want to be able to make consistent income. That's why I love automations, so that even when you need time off your business, right? You need to realign, you need to go through healing, life happens, you know, things happen that you can't work, you still make income, okay? That's important, because the minute you stop income, that will get you out of alignment as well. So you want to make sure that the business we create gives you ultimate alignment, okay? Does that make sense, guys? So now we're going to go into the freebie, okay? So freebie. You want to create and promote a freebie. So I already talked about what a freebie is, right? It's very educational, and you need to find an aligned format of a freebie. So I've had a client who had a very bad skin condition, and because of that, she didn't want to show, she didn't want to do lives, she didn't want to be on camera, right? And that's okay, you know, so she didn't have to be on camera. I want you to know that the way I do business, the way I did my freebie, doesn't have to be the way you do freebie, right? Like, I love to do presentation, like PowerPoint on day 4. So because I'll be sharing with you statistics, I want to show you, you know, I like using the visuals to show you stuff as well. But my clients, some of my clients absolutely hate the idea of PowerPoint, right? They're like, I don't know how to do it. It takes forever. no. So I'm like, absolutely don't do it, because again, if you follow somebody else's strategy for doing freebies that do not align with you, you will not get the results that you desire, because it will get you out of alignment. It will lower your energetic alignment. So it's important for you to create a freebie that feels good, that you will enjoy delivering. Maybe you want to do it outside, maybe you want to do it on a walk, maybe you want to be doing it through just content, maybe you do want to do a video. Like, it's completely up to you, okay? But sometimes what happens with my clients is that they design a freebie, but it's not strategically sound. Okay, so it's also important to have the right strategic steps within your freebie to make sure people will actually buy from you. So things like, don't forget to mention who you are, to talk about your story, to show some social proof that if you've already have testimonials, that's important. Most of my clients don't have any testimonials because they're only just starting out. So that's not, that's not the end of your story. But, if you don't have testimonials, then you need to heavily focus on your story, your success. How did you manage to go from the problem to the results, right? So there are certain aspects of your freebies that need to be there because they are proven to work, right? So this is just to give you an example how quickly you can grow your community from running a freebie. So here is statistics of 307 people that were attracted to a group just in a space of 2 to 3 weeks, just from freebie. That's organic reach, right? That is without ads, completely free. I teach people how to do things for free in the businesses because we don't have much budget. We're only just starting out, right? Do you have any questions so far? Let me just refresh this so I know that you're still here. And yeah, if you have any questions, do let me know. Okay, so freebie, first thing, right? How? Okay, so Karen, you asked me about how do we get clients, right? Like, how do we find our tribe? So now I'm going to share with you, there are so many different business strategies. I teach my clients there's about 25 to 30 business strategies of how you can attract clients. So I'm not going to teach all of them to you. I'm going to share with you what's my favorite way and quickest way to attract clients. But how I work with my clients is that I teach them all of them and they pick what aligns with them most, and we channel their own way of attracting clients as well, right? So within my business, without the teachings, they choose what feels right. They want to try maybe 2 or 3. Then we align it to themselves. How does that exactly look like for you? But most importantly, we channel. We go into their soul. We, as their spirit guides, we bring 5D consciousness, abundance consciousness, and the Pleiadians, and they actually tell them exactly step by step what they need to be doing, right? So, and once we know exactly what they need to be doing, we then figure out, okay, strategically on social media, how can we align, how can we combine it with the 3D way of doing business online, so that online you can actually reach, because the spiritual guidance will not, when I was channeling this wisdom, what they said to me is that we'll tell you like spiritually, energetically, what's right for you. But you the expert when it comes to the social media. So you teach people how to do that. I'm like, okay, cool. Like that's fair. That is fair. Janita, look, questions, understand everything so far. Love it. Amazing. So when it comes to, once you have your freebie, right, you creating some sort of educational event for your clients, what I do is I go into Facebook groups where I know my clients are. So first of all, Karen, so I know this is a question, I'm answering your question, that's why I'm mentioning your name. So that's why it's so important to identify your clients, to understand exactly their problem and their results, because that's how you know where they are, where you can find them. So if you haven't, I think you've been into that training. So then what you want to look for is Facebook groups where you know your clients are hanging out. So if you want to help clients who are deeply depressed, you go into the groups with depression, right? Sadness, mental health problems, or people who are unhappy with their work. You can find that on Facebook, right? There are like thousands and thousands and thousands of Facebook groups. So I personally, the way I like to attract clients is to be very straightforward, very direct, and promotional. You know, like, I've got this freebie, do you want it? Not every Facebook group allows it. Most Facebook groups don't allow promotional content, and that's fine. I choose Facebook groups where you can promote promotional content. But if you love the group where you cannot promote, then you can't promote, and there are ways around it. There are other ways in which you can create genuine connections with people, and then when you create that connection, you can then tell them away from the group about your freebie, right? So this is basically one example of a post. What I've written was: free course, connect to your purpose and turn it into a thriving business. Do you want it before it turns into a paid offer? And 708 people said yes. Yeah, that's what we want, right? 700. That's one question, one group. 700 people said yes, and that literally took me 2 minutes to post. Okay. But why was it so effective? Why? Because I posted in a group where my clients hang out. My clients hang out in purpose-related groups, spiritual groups, and business groups, right? So that's the groups I focus on. And I was super aligned with it. If you copied that and pasted it right now, you probably wouldn't achieve this success, simply because that's not your business. You're not in alignment with it. So that's why it's so important to be aligned with your business. Right, and here are some screenshots from my clients, right? So she said, oh my goodness, I posted one question this morning in 2 different groups and I already have almost 700 total comments. I know some of them are discussions happening within the comments, but this is going to keep me very busy, right? So it just, like, imagine today you post something that's deeply aligned with your freebie and with your business, and and people, like, there's 700 people being like, hey, like, tell me more, I'm interested. How amazing would that feel to get that sort of recognition, and not only recognition, but that interest that what you've created is actually needed, And another one had 300 new members only this week, right? Like, this week, 300 people joined her Facebook group. Okay, so this is a very powerful approach, and this is a very quick approach. This literally takes me 10-15 minutes a day, because I pose the same question. I copy paste, it's like copy paste, I did nothing more goes into it. But if that's not aligned with you, then don't do it, okay? I don't want to convince you to do something that doesn't feel right. So when it comes right now, what you can ask yourself is, what would be my aligned way of connecting to my clients? Okay, so now I'm asking that for you. Have a few seconds to think about it. Ask, connect to your heart and ask, what would be my aligned way of connecting to my clients, the people that I so deeply desire to help? And share with comments in the comment section. Share with me, and then I can maybe advise you what sort of strategy would be right for you then. Because it's all about, this is what we do, right? Like, we channel what you want, we channel the guidance for you in terms of strategy, and then we think, okay, so this is strategic, energetically, this is what you're meant to be doing. How can we put it into social media that will actually work strategically, right? It's always combination of energetics and strategy, and energy and strategy all the time, okay? So then what you do is, remember, going back, you create a freebie, okay? Then you promote a freebie. This can be the way to promote your freebie. The next step is you deliver freebie, okay? So you deliver freebie in your community, okay? And it can be live, it can be pre-recorded. Remember, it's all down to your alignment, okay? So does that make sense so far? Okay, let me just check your comments quickly. I want to really hear about your aligned way of attracting clients. Like, how would you want to connect? Okay, so the next step in Visual. Oh, of course, Lucy. Yeah, I would like to work with an Instagram and visual because you have lots of like creative visual stuff. Amazing. Yeah. See, that's amazing. So you know that that's what you need to be focused on Instagram. And do you know about how would you like to actually connect to your audience, to the people you want to help? In what way? Okay. So first is the freebie, right? The freebie allows you to attract people into your community. So you're getting people into your community who want to get involved with your freebie. Yeah. Then you deliver the freebie. And what happens next? Creating content. Okay. So it's all about creating ready to buy audience, right? People who, and typically freebie, you see, another positive about freebies is that people who will attend your freebies, they are ready to work. You know, they're giving you their time, which is the most it's the most precious commodity, right? Is their time. That's more valuable than money. People's time. They never get that time back. That's why I really appreciate people showing up and taking, your time is so precious. There's not yet, but I have examples from the course I am creating at the moment. Amazing, good. So remember, when people come to your freebie, they're already looking for solutions. They already know they need help. They need help. So they're already warm. We call them warm, okay? But what content? So now I'm going to tell you about strategic content that helps people turn from just being, hey, I want to be in your community, to then, hey, I actually want to work with you. And then I'll tell you how you can align the content to you as well. So first of all, you have to create content that builds engagement, okay? So how you can do that? You can create emotional, motivational, and inspirational content. So really, a lot of people actually focus on educational content. Educational content is important because you want to be educating people, and educational content gives you, they see you as an expert because of educational content. But that's not why people purchase from you. People purchase on emotion, okay? So your content needs to be moving people, need to motivate them, need to inspire them, need to connect with them emotionally. So talk about your story, talk about what your clients are feeling right now, talk about what's possible for them. You want people to buy from you not because they are desperate or in the fear mode. They want to buy from you because they're so inspired. They want to do their work. They're like, oh my God, I'm so motivated. You gave me that motivation and inspiration that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and there is I can achieve this amazing lifestyle, right? Janita, would the freebie be your entire course or part of it? It's not your course, it's not part of it. It's very different to your course. Remember, your course will give them the true ultimate transformation. So there will be things like your sessions and everything else that they need for the transformation. Freebie is only educational aspect, so it's only you telling them about why your approach is different. So it's nothing actually to do. It's not like it's nothing to do with your freebie, your course, but you shouldn't really be taking anything from your course as a freebie. I think your course should be paid, but this is just educational aspects, right? So right now, this is an example. So in my paid course, I would be teaching people how to create emotional content, right? These are the steps you need to have. This is the structure typically. This is how you do it. Then I connect people with energetically how to connect with how to get into the creative flow, how to create content from a place of ease that it just comes to you, channel content, right? And then you add strategic touches to it. So I take them through that process, right? But in my freebie right now, I'm only telling you what you need to do, right? Not how, but what. Does that make sense? So in your freebie, talk about what people need to do, not how. Because how, it's what will give them the transformation. And they need to work with you in order to receive that, right? Share your story. Sharing your story is another beautiful content that can create emotional bond and understanding and connection between you and your people. Understand how your audience wants to feel and implement this throughout your messaging. So remember that through our content, we want to be creating impact for our clients. You know, we want to inspire them. We want to motivate them. We want to connect with them. We want to say, you know what, I know how it feels to be where you are. It's okay to be where you are, right? Let me help you. And in order to create this sort of transformation from your content to activate people, to move them into action mode, like taking action mode, you need to understand how they want to feel. So if you know you're helping people overcome depression and making them feel happy, don't create content that is depressive, right? Don't talk about, oh my God, the world is going to end. Oh my God, the world is a horrible place. This happened to me and so horrible. No, that will just feed into their depression. Talk about what's possible, right? Talk about happiness, how they can create happiness. So whenever they come across you, they can feel the happiness building and building and building and building, right? Does that make sense? Educational posts, as I said, is important, but that's not why people will purchase from you, but it's definitely there. So things about, you know, why your approach is different, what steps people need to be taking to achieve the results. But remember, everything needs to be in alignment with what you're currently selling. Okay, sometimes my clients, they create posts, I'm like, it's not relating to what you're selling. Like, people will get confused. Remember, we don't want to confuse clients because confused people do not buy, right? So you need to be mindful of that. Social proof, right? So talk about transformation. If you have testimonials, share them. If you don't, share your story, okay? So it's important to actually be using all these types of posts, right? So sometimes I see that people just use educational, motivational, social proof, or sell, right? There needs to be balance. You need to be using all of them. You need to be selling as well, right? You need to have sales posts when you actually tell them, hey, this is how you can work with me. If you don't actually share with them your programs, your offers, how people can work with you, people don't know that they can work with you. People might think you're just doing this as a hobby, right? There's so many social media accounts that, you know, it's just for a hobby. So remember, you need to be creating all different posts and just rotating them, right? And that will actually help you convert people into paying clients, okay? And this will also help you not chase clients. This is basically, like, what I love about this approach is that you go with your alignment, you know what, I go with my creativity. Obviously, I love what I do. I've created something beautiful. I've created something new. I want to share this with the world. And you go with your creativity. You go with what your soul wants to talk about. Then you add strategic touches to it to make sure that people actually can see your posts and they can participate. And then when they're ready, they reach out to you, right? So you will see that when you start creating content like this, that is strategically sound, but also is from your aligned place, people will start reaching out to you every day and being like, I love this, this post really resonated with me. I want to find out more about how we can work together, right? Channel your content, right? Energy is the key, so heal your fears. So channeling is important. Creating content from a place of alignment, from a high vibrational frequency, never create content from a place of, how can I attract someone today? Oh my God, I have bills to pay tomorrow. How can I attract someone? I'm just going to create content quickly. No, this is very off energy. That energy, that content will only attract people who don't want to work with you, or people will not even see that content. It's not even point, right? Don't even waste your time creating content from that place. What you need to do first, your first priority is always to get into energetic alignment, right? If you have fears, oh my God, I have to pay the bills tomorrow, heal that. Sit with your emotions and heal it. Heal it. Then raise your vibrations, and then when you feel good, connect to why you're doing this business. Always connect to your purpose. Your purpose will always lead you the way. You're not doing this because of money. Money is always a byproduct. If money is your motivation, then you don't really have a motivation, right? Money is not the right motivation. Your purpose is. So connect to, how does my client feel today? What can my soul give to my client right now to make them feel better? What does my soul want to speak about today, right? And move your energy. I never sit here and create content. Never. I create content on my walks. I create content when I'm least expected. So the other day I was so tired, and I just said, I'm just gonna have a morning off. I'm not gonna work. I'm just gonna sit in the sun and see where it takes me, right? And as I sat there thinking like, oh, this life is beautiful. The freedom is amazing. And then all of a sudden I started being bombarded, literally bombarded with ideas. And I was like, okay, I'm really excited to talk about this. And I started creating content. I created content for 3 days in 30 minutes. I never want you to sit down and struggle with content and be like, what do I talk about today? No, I don't know. Maybe this, maybe that, because that's not right. Not only it comes from a place of pushing something, forcing something, but also it's not in alignment. You using your mind to create content instead of your energy and your soul. So when we create content, we do it quickly, we channel, we getting into our creative flow, we have fun with it, we feel excited to share, we feel passionate about sharing our content, okay? So as I said, if you're not in the right energetic space to create content, do not create content, because there will be days when you'll create content for multiple days, so you can save it, you can schedule it, and you can forget about it, right? There's also, in a traditional way of doing business, they always tell you, you must post 3 times a day. I completely disagree with it. You don't have to post so often. You can if you want to. There are days when I post a lot because that's, I'm excited, or like I have more to share. There are days when I don't have anything to share, right? So I don't really post. There are days when I scheduled posts because I've had this massive creativity outburst. So I've created content for 3 days, and then I don't create content for 3 days. I just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. Go with what brings you joy and alignment, and authenticity. This is your business, right? Be authentic. We want to create business that gives you joy and flow. So you need to flow with it. Okay, does that make sense? Does that give you a bit of a relief? Because I remember when somebody said to me that I don't have to post 3 times a day, I was like, nice, that feels good. So remember, freebie is your first strategy, then is your marketing content, right? Is your second strategy, and the third strategy is your automation. Okay, so what does that look like? And this is without ads. I don't teach ads because I believe when you're starting your business, you shouldn't be investing in ads, simply because you need to be testing and making sure that the strategy you're creating, the content that you've created, it actually works. It converts, people are buying before you invest heavily in ads, because ads are expensive. I don't do ads. I've never done ads. Well, I've tried ads and I failed. I don't do ads. I think one day I probably will. I will give it a go. But for now, I only reach people organically. So I don't pay for any ads. So automation, what you want to do, you want to keep promoting the freebie. So once your freebie has been done and you've had your influx of clients, what you want to do is use that content of a freebie to keep attracting clients, right? So what I do is I will keep promoting my freebies always. I've always have some sort of freebie to promote, right? Whether it's this freebie or a different freebie, it doesn't matter. And I spend, really half an hour is a long time. I typically spend 15 minutes a day to promote my freebies, but it can take 30 minutes. I would say up to 30 minutes a day. Just focus on sharing your freebie with other people. And then what happens is that your soul aligned clients want to watch it, on a replay. So in my case, it'll be on a replay because it's not going to be live anymore. Your soul aligned clients reach out to you when they want to work with you. right? And then this is like typically what you can create is like 10K a month just from doing absolutely nothing, right? You set it up once. And automation as well, you know, once you keep creating, you promoting your freebie, right? So that's one thing you need to do, only 30 minutes a day. That's how much it will take you. But then everything happens on autopilot, right? People watch it, then you can create automation in terms of marketing, so people see your content on regular basis. So typically that's through email marketing. Although I say email marketing, it is true, but when I had my second baby, I was only working 1 hour a day, and my business was going pretty much on autopilot on Facebook and on the email list, right? So I was copying, pasting. All I was doing is copy, paste my content from previous years, and it was just ticking. Everything was just ticking along, right? And here I wanted to give you a screenshot of like in one day, like you can be really receiving a lot of payments just from your automation. This is all from automation, right? So just imagine, right? Like you set automation and you're not doing anything more or extra. You only just spend 30 minutes a day just promoting that freebie. And then you get like ping, payment, right? Like those notifications. It feels absolutely amazing, right? It gives you so much freedom. So automation allows you to have constant flow of new clients because you keep growing your community. And I say, you know, promote your freebie 30 minutes a day. You don't have to do it every day. I'm not here promoting my freebies every day. I always encourage people to do it every day because you will grow more that community quicker. But you know, like it's fine. You know, when I have times off my business, when I, you know, have 2-3 months off, I don't go promoting at all, right? So you can have breaks from it. It will allow you to create income without you doing anything new or different. It just works behind the scene. And it helps you to truly follow your alignment without having the pressure to launch or make money, right? And this is the most beautiful thing, right? You can go traveling, you can take time off, and there's no pressure to make money because your automation is taking care of that. How amazing would that feel? So this is what you're missing out on if you haven't mastered the attraction and enrolling clients process. So it really creates the buzz and engagement. You know, when you have the right business strategy, when there's a freebie, when you're writing the right content, there is a buzz in your community, there's engagement. And engagement doesn't only mean comments or likes, right? A lot of people see your content without actually putting any engagement things on it. So you know, I want you to know that when you're in alignment, the right people will see your content. So don't get disheartened if you don't have any comments. Your people will see your posts. You never know who's actually watching. And it creates urgency and interest. So if you say to people, you can work with me at any time, people are like, okay, so tomorrow, next week, maybe, you know, there's no urgency. Whereas if you say to people, you know what, I'm starting this program on this day, and then the next time you can work with me will be in the next 2-3 months, or maybe my next offer will come next month, like, I don't know. You know, it's hard for me to say because I don't know how your business will look like. You know, then, you know, people will be like, oh my God, like, I actually want to create this transformation right now. I want to work with you right now. And through marketing, you building that interest and that desire, you know. It creates structure, momentum, and focus. And when you've done it correctly, you will keep having sold out offers and you'll be fully booked and you will be able to scale your business to 6-figure years, okay, with ease. And you will have control over how much money you're making, you know, and this is the most beautiful thing. Like in the first year of my business, I always thought, I never knew where my next client was coming from. I always thought that when people came to work with me, they were like, it was luck, right? Because I didn't actually know what I was doing to attract clients, right? Well, that was the first 2 months of my business, sorry. Then when I had business strategy, that changed. That's why this is so important. So it was, yeah, but you know, it was very difficult. The first 2 months of my business was like, I actually don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what to do to attract clients. And you can't live like that. Sales process. Okay, so now I want to share with you different sales processes. But first of all, I don't like the word sales. okay? Because selling to me is like you go out there, you get your sales, you knock on people's doors and be like, hey, buy from me, right? That's not how we roll. We attract people. We're really putting out there our soul, our truth, our message, and then through energetic alignment, through energetically attracting clients, through strategy, people reach to us, okay? But, you know, what I mean here is, you know, so people are interested to work with you, and what is the next step? How do you offer discovery calls to make sure they are the right clients for you, that you want to work with them? Is it just through content? You can be selling just through content, so people see the content and then they buy from you straight away. Through DMs, so maybe you want people to reach out to you and then you can have this conversation through DMs. Cold DMs, you know, like I hate cold DMs, but I had one client ever who loved cold DMs. That was her thing. She just loved approaching random people and starting a conversation and selling. And she was so good at it and she was so successful at it. So it just shows you that most business coaches would tell you don't do cold DMs, like it's a waste of time. But you see, when it comes to alignment, everything changes. She absolutely loved it and she was so successful at it. And in fact, that was like, I think that was her main strategy in her business. Collaborations, right? You can collaborate with other people who have access to your audience, and you can collaborate together. You can borrow each other's audiences, right? So that's very, very successful as well. So how do I create a strategy that aligns with me? First of all, you need to have knowledge. I really believe you need to learn about all proven strategies that can be applied to social media, online world, and they work. So knowledge is everything. So that's why I always share everything I know with my clients, right? You need to have knowledge, because just because you implement a strategy that works for you right now might not work for you 3 months down the line, because you will change, your energy will change, your life might change. Right? Like when I became a mum for the second time, I didn't know that it was going to be so difficult. And my plan was to just go with my normal one-on-one clients, my masterminds, you know, my business model was the same, but I couldn't keep up with that, you know, and I was like, no, I need passive income right now, right? So then I switched to more passive income. So knowledge is everything, really, because it will give you ways to align your business so you can really have the lifestyle that you want. Choose a strategy that feels right to you, keep aligning it, and channel, right? So remember, channeling is important, because channeling, they will give you information in terms of what is right for you, the easiest way for you to reach success, and the quickest way for you to reach success. But also, you know, they will not teach you the strategy that works on social media. So that's why you always have to combine those two worlds together, okay? So there are different business models that can help you create the lifestyle that you desire, right? So guys, I will overrun massively. Now I can see that the time is already 11. So I'm really, it's nearly quarter past 11. So I'm really, really sorry that I'm overrunning. You can always watch this on the replay. But I really encourage you to stay to the end, because I've got so many amazing things to share with you. So, aligned business model. So, when you're creating a program, and I touched upon this yesterday, it's all about figuring out what feels right for you in terms of how you want to work with clients. But it also needs to align with the lifestyle that you desire. So you can have one-to-one programs, you can have group programs, you can have mixed programs. When you have group programs, you can have like hundreds of people in a group program, or you can have small group programs. What I do, there are 3 people in the group, and I offer one-to-one sessions with them all separately, but in a group setting. Online programs that will give you passive income, and within that you can decide whether you want to give people support or no support whatsoever. Memberships. So really have a think about what would give you the lifestyle that you want, but also what would give you alignment and how you desire to work with people, and what would give people transformation. At the end of the day, we're here to give people like amazing transformations. So typical day, what do we do in terms of, what tasks that we need to do that are money generating? So what I typically do, 30 minutes content creation, 10 minutes promoting my freebie, so growing my group, 1 hour, I work with my clients 1 hour, I spend 1 hour working with them at least 3 times, typically 3 times a week, and up to 1 hour working on alignment, my energy healing, right? Embodiment, okay? So that's less than 3 hours a day on average. And this process generated 100K in just 6 months, right? And creates consistent 6-figure years. Can you see that you really don't have to work a lot in terms of time and tasks that you need to do to be successful? So here I want to share with you some testimonials to really show you what is possible, so you don't only trust me and my journey, you can also see other people's successes. I want you to be inspired by it, and I want to show you what's really possible. Know that these people started from scratch, okay? They didn't have a business whatsoever when we started working together, okay? So Judy, I successfully went from a Facebook business page to creating my own Facebook group because business pages are not as effective anymore. So she created her own Facebook group, an online challenge, and launching my mastermind using Eva's process. I enrolled 3 clients within a day of my launch. Her process is easy to follow, and all the tech support that she recommends is free too. If it wasn't for Eva's program, I would have never been able to reach more clients so quickly and effectively to spread awareness for what I love and do in life. I highly recommend working with Eva. And this is my, the proudest moment when I see my clients not only hitting money, financial goals, because that doesn't actually inspire me. What inspires me is that they do what they love, they do what they're good at, and they create transformations for the clients. So here I have a client who made 9K. We had Rebecca who said, I forgot to mention that the program launch I created through Shift made me $21,000, which was an exponential increase in my income from group programs. And then right at the end she said, and now more than doubled it. Silly me, I didn't put dates, so I don't know, I can't show you exactly how long has it been until she doubled it. But it definitely was like a few weeks. It wasn't months, it was like literally weeks. Sarah, so my total income this month is just over 10,000. I just calculate my total income, and she's saying that it was a miracle. Al, so this is the only person that I've ever worked with who got to 60K in 1 month, right? Typically people go from 10 to 25K, but he made like 60K, which was mind-blowing. Rodica, so with her program, I made my own program, and in just 1 month I earned 15,000 euro with program and other 5,000 euro with one-to-one sessions, right? Maria, so she made 5, so she was the client that I shared with you in my previous trainings, who was charging $100 per session, and she couldn't attract any clients. And then she created a program that was just over $2,500, and she got 2 clients in 24 hours when she launched, right? Like, it was so quick. So it just shows you that alignment is absolutely everything. So imagine, okay? So imagine if these were sort of your results. Like, imagine that you finally had the business strategy. You already knew every day what you needed to do to attract clients, and you're working with clients who are absolutely amazing. They're doing the work, you see the transformation, and you're doing what you're meant to be doing. You are creating impact, you are creating your success, and you have the lifestyle you've always desired. I want you to know that this is all possible from a place of ease and flow. So I really want you to experience that, because it's the most beautiful feeling in the world. Would just love to have that income and clients. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I want you to experience that. It is truly magnificent. So I've shared with you, I've been with you for 4 days, right? I've shared with you a lot. I know for a lot of people, they're like, oh my God, you've shared so much, I've learned so much. But I want you to know that this has only been educational aspect, right? I've only been doing teaching, and it's really like a tip of an iceberg. In order to go through that transformation of having no business to then having consistent income, to really create financial freedom, in a space of 3 to 4 months, there needs to be massive transformation, and I'm not going to lie about it. I'm never going to promise you things that are unreasonable, right? So, you know, that a lot of healing will have to happen. You know, you will be building your business from scratch, step by step. So there's a lot underneath that you don't see right now that has to happen, right? That is abundance. It's beautiful. Yes. And you're definitely available for that. So let me ask you this. So give me yeses. Sorry, I've been bombarding you with all this information and knowledge, but tell me, like, let's get back into let's do this energy. Do you dream of building a purpose? Like, really connect to this, right? Imagining, like, do you really dream of building a purpose-led, thriving business that gives you the lifestyle of your dreams, fulfillment and joy, financial freedom, whilst creating your impact, the impact you're meant for? Give me yeses. Connect to that with your whole being so you can start attracting that. Claim it with a yes below. Are you absolutely ready? Out of 10, how ready are you to start attracting clients, working with clients, using a business strategy that is 100% tailored and aligned to you? Yes, I see one yes. I need to see more yeses, guys. I love this. So it's time to take action, right? If you're ready, you have to take action. Nothing will happen if you don't take action. And I can feel I have lots of, oh, Elna, hello. I can see that I've got lots of action takers here, right? So Karen, amazing. So for those of you, I want to share with you my program for those of you who do want to join, okay? Because in the program, in this mastermind, is 18-week program where I'll be taking you from having no business all the way to having fully functioning business that gives you consistent income, okay? So we will be creating your highly successful, purpose-driven business on your own terms. There will be no freaking compromises. I don't believe in compromises, okay? By combining the deep energy, healing and inner work, so the 95% of your success, and we talked about it. So everything that I've taught you from day 1 to day 4, we'll be doing that inside of that program. And we'll be combining the energy work with a fully aligned, tailored business strategy. So that is the combination that will really allow you to attract clients, success and impact with ease, flow, harmony, balance and authenticity, giving you the lifestyle you want, but also financial freedom, okay? So this program is for you if you really desire to create successful, it's purpose-led. This is crucial business. So not just any business, purpose-led business. So you can finally do something meaningful, fulfilling, and that you love while creating the impact you meant for and financial freedom. You are ready to step into your full power by discovering your zone of genius, something so unique only you possess, and turning it into an irresistible offer, product or service that is new and revolutionary to the market. So it will help you stand out, okay? This will allow you to be the best, reach your full potential and create the most significant impact possible. This is really the key here. You feel completely out of alignment with the outdated, old-fashioned and traditional way of marketing, which is rooted in consumerism, greed and fear, and you are ready to embody a new, easier way of doing business, one that is more aligned with you and rooted in connection, love, service and purpose. You wish to connect with your soul-aligned vision, heal your conscious, unconscious and energetic blocks to your success, shift your energy, raise your vibrations and fully embody the next level version of yourself. You want to implement a proven business strategy that provides a rinse and repeat process, allowing you to create your success over and over again. You desire your own aligned business strategy, 100% tailored and personalized to you, so you can attract your dream clients quickly and consistently, creating sold out offers while working less, remember 1 to 3 hours a day, with ease, flow, harmony, balance, alignment and authenticity. You are currently sick and tired of knowing you are meant for more, but not fulfilling your full potential, feeling like life is slipping through your fingers. However, you're ready to finally step up, as you know you're destined for so much more and your time is now. You want to create success on your own terms, okay? Without any sacrifice, with ease and flow, by following your guidance and utilizing energy work combined with proven business strategy. So how is this approach different from anything else out there, right? Remember, I do not teach outdated traditional approach to marketing, right? We build businesses from a place of purpose, service, connection, and love for our clients, right? I'm really against the whole conditioning. You have to work hard, beat your competition. No, we create success with ease, flow, harmony, balance, alignment, and authenticity by working less actually and being more. We do not chase clients, we attract them, right? Most programs teach one-size-fits-all strategy. We are firmly against this approach. Not only you create your own aligned business strategy, but you also learn how you can align it and adjust it to you when you evolve, because you will be changing, evolving throughout, your business life. So you will learn all this within this program. We do not create marketing that instills fear in our clients. Instead, we show them the possibilities and we connect to their desires. We don't focus on numbers. We focus on creating genuine connections and making a real impact in people's lives. And as a result, numbers will follow. Most programs focus only on teaching, okay? Teaching helps, but it's not as impactful as teaching alone will never give you the full transformation. And although this program has a significant teaching component, we focus on implementation and results above all else. So you will be building your business together in real time. We'll be testing it. We'll be going out to the market. We'll be seeing results. It will all happen in real time. We heal our conditioning. We heal our blocks, okay? We connect to our soul-aligned vision. We do not compromise because we know we can create an impactful, meaningful business that provides not only financial freedom, but also the lifestyle we wanted. We build lives full of freedom, success, meaning, and impact on our own terms, and we settle for nothing less, okay? So what will we cover? So week 1 is all about energetics of success. So we go so much deeper into energy work, into how you can utilize energy work to create success. I'll be giving you processes that you will need to implement in your life that will help you energetically expand so that you can welcome more clients, more abundance, more money, more success. And that will help you energetically shift and align, okay? Week 2 is all about soul connection. So you'll be learning how to disconnect from your mind, from your ego, and deeply connect with your soul, getting guidance. And you will know not only how to get guidance, but how to utilize it in your business. Because there's sometimes a block between, I've got this guidance, but I actually don't know how to implement it into a business sense. You will connect to your purpose and your soul-aligned vision, so we will know exactly what we are working towards. Week 3 will be all about embodiment, the soul-aligned vision, who you're meant to be. We will be working towards that. So we'll be focusing on conscious, your thoughts, your feelings, your energetics, and healing. We'll be focusing on healing on that week, but healing will actually happen from day 1 of our program. Each week, although we're building your business each week is actually designed to trigger your blocks. Your blocks will start coming up. So we will be healing your blocks as they come up each week, okay? Week 4, we'll be talking about your niche. What is your business? What do you do? What is the problem? What is the result? What is your message to make sure that your clients can clearly understand what you do? You will identify your clients. You will know where to find them. Week 5, it's all about connecting with who you truly are and connecting to your zone of genius, okay? Week 6, it's all about creating your product. So you'll be actually creating your programs, your offers, that is revolutionary, okay? Week 7, we'll create a sales page for your product. So I'll teach you how to use the tech. Week 8, it's all about choosing the right social media platform that's in alignment with you. We'll be setting all that up so that you can actually attract people into your groups and social media platforms passively whilst you sleep. And we'll be creating your email list as well. Week 9 is about freebie. So you'll be creating your freebie for the first time ever, so you will know what you'll be delivering. Week 10 to 12, we'll be learning about the content creation, how to create content, how to attract clients, so we'll be talking about strategy there. We'll be talking about how to create engagement and visibility as well. Weeks 13 to 16, that is the time when you're actually making money in this program. So you will be launching your freebie. Well, you'll be delivering your freebie and launching your program, your paid program. So this is when you will be attracting clients. That's when people will be coming into your business, okay? So typically, this is where your cash injection happens, but I've had clients that started making money way before, from like week 4 as well. So it's hard to predict when you will start making money, but weeks 13 to 16 is the latest when you'll be making money. Weeks 17 to 18, that's when by this point, you've had your launch, you're fully booked with your clients, you're about to start, actually working with them. And then we have time to think about what happens next. How can we grow your business? What business model do we need to implement to allow your lifestyle? Are they only how can you develop your product suite? And we will be focusing on automations as well. So I'll be using my own channeled healing modality inside of this program, which not only targets the root cause of your internal blocks and heal any relationships connecting to that block, but it also goes further, reaching back to the time before you chose that lifetime. This allows us to understand your soul lesson for that particular lifetime. If your soul lesson was not achieved, and most likely it hasn't been achieved, we will identify why, we will heal it, and we will write your past to ensure that you have learned your soul lesson. Remember, by energetically changing and healing your past, you permanently remove that block, as your past is now different, right? So since you have a new, more healed past, your future changes as well immediately, okay? So you no longer actually carry the karma from your past. So now I want to share with you the results. There'll be lots of results by the end of the program, okay? And remember, there are absolutely no guarantees in this program. It's all down to you showing up. If you promise me that you show up, you come to the sessions, you do the program, you ask for help when you need it, you will achieve this 100%, right? But it's down to you. So you will connect with who you truly are beneath all the conditioning, reconnect to your purpose and align with your soul's vision. You will heal all conscious, unconscious and energetic blocks to your success, stepping fully into your power and becoming the person you've always meant to be. You will shift your energy and identity. You will raise your vibrations and learn how to manifest your desires with ease, flow and speed. You will discover your zone of genius and you will turn it into an irresistible offer that will transform your clients' lives. You will implement a proven, tailored and aligned business strategy that you can use repeatedly to replicate your success. You will learn how to adjust your strategy as you grow and evolve, ensuring it always reflects your energy and aligns with your lifestyle. You will connect to your own guidance and learn how to implement it in your business, creating massive success with ease. You will create success from a place of love, service, deep connection with your clients, with ease, flow, balance, harmony, and authenticity. You will start creating the impact you're truly meant for. Okay, and this is deep. Typically, my clients achieve anywhere between 10 to 25K by the end of the program, so expect a significant cash injection by the end. Okay. So what's included? So now I'm going to share with you the value of this program. That's not how much I'll be charging. And I do have a special announcement here, okay? So what you will receive is weekly teachings, so materials. So I would expect you to go through the weekly teachings before our session. So we will have 18 weekly sessions. So every week we will actually have a session. You will have one-to-one session with me in a group setting. So there will be 2 other people with you. The reason why we're doing it is because you get to learn from other participants, you help one another, and it really is a beautiful, beautiful community. In between calls, you get unlimited one-on-one online support with me, ensuring you are implement everything in your business in the right way. You get personalized feedback on your weekly work as well. So every week you'll be completing a homework, though obviously it's building your business homework. So I'll be doing this with you, making sure everything you're doing is right. And you'll get ongoing group support, and you can also have an accountability partner if you want to. So the value of this whole program is, it's over £9,000. So it's massive, okay? That's why, because there's so much support from my end and, my time with you, that's why my clients go from 0 to 5-figure months, right? There's no question about it. But special offer, so typically, this program is £4,500. Yeah, I've been doing this program for the last 7 years, but the last 12 months I've massively upgraded it with the teachings from 5D consciousness, abundance consciousness, and Pleiadians. So it's massively been upgraded. And so right now what I'm really called to do is offer an early bird offer for just £3,000. I have never ever offered this program for just £3,000. Never ever. But it feels right this time. And that's what I mean, like if you asked me last year, would you ever go down on price? I'd be like, never. If anything, I'll always be increasing my prices because this program is life changing. But this time when I connected to my soul, they were like £3,000, and my mind was like, are you kidding me? But I need to go with my guidance, and it does feel extremely good, So if you want in, obviously let me know, because I can't work with everybody, I only work with a certain amount of people because I work so closely one-on-one with them. So the typical return of investment on making 10K is at least over 3 times, right? And remember, you will not only make, let's say, 10K and that's it forever. You have a strategy that repeats, that you can implement and repeats that success, right? So if you decide to join in April, you'll receive bonuses for free, okay? And these bonuses are worth £2,500. So you get 60-minute one-to-one session with me, right? It will be just with me, nobody there. 3 extra weeks of unlimited one-on-one online support following the end of this program. You will get human design training from an expert, training on how to create highly engaging Facebook Lives, including tips on how to overcome the fear of going live. You will also have access to the back end and behind the scenes of running the business smoothly, efficiently, and effectively, such as payment collections and other aspects of admin, financial, and legal aspects as well, okay? And so much more. There's like a library of trainings as well. So the total value of the program and the bonuses is £7,000, right? So right now you're saving £4,000. So that's 57% off. So that's what I wanted to share with you. I wanted to share with you this beautiful news and really show you that you can create beautiful life transformation by not breaking your bank, right? And we have payment plans available as well. So if you pay in full, it's £3,000 and you have US dollars equivalent as well. Or you can make 10 monthly payments of £350, okay? So just to break this down to you, it's £81.40 per week or $11.60 a day. And the reason why I wanted to demonstrate this is because the other day I went out for coffee and cake and I paid like £11 for it. And I'm thinking, oh my God, and this is how much my clients will be investing in my program that will actually create financial abundance for them. Like, how amazing is this? So really think about how much we sometimes spend without even thinking about it. But when it comes to investing in ourselves, we always feel like, oh my God. It's scary, isn't it? But it's also necessary. I wouldn't be here if I didn't invest in my coach. I wouldn't be here if I didn't invest in my healing. And remember, healing is so important. So with this program, you get both. You don't have to pay separately for a healer and separately for a business strategy, okay? So this is your chance to finally build a widely successful purpose-led business and be fully booked in a business that feels aligned, easy, and incredibly fulfilling. So if this is something that you truly want to do, let me know. I'll actually tell you this now. Giveaways, okay? So giveaways. So the highest participant, drum rolls, is Junita. So Junita, I'll send you, like, underneath this video, I will be posting a link for a strategy call. We were gonna have an hour call when I get to help you create your business, you know, like step by step what you need to be doing. That is obviously aligned to you. But for people, I'm also offering this, which I never actually do, but I feel called to offer strategy calls for people who are interested in joining the mastermind, okay? Because I want us to have a call to make sure that you're the right person for me, I'm the right person for you. I want to make sure that before you join, that I'll be able to help you and help you create those results that I've mentioned. And we will have an hour together. So if you want to join the program, we can already start thinking about how to get you started. The program is starting in May, 19th of May. But we can already have the strategy calls to get you started, if that makes sense, okay? Junita, yay, thank you, yay! So let me just post the link where you can book the strategy call. So hang on. So here is the link for a strategy call. Cool. So guys, for anybody who wants to join the mastermind, meant for more mastermind, book a strategy call. And I also want to send you the link for the mastermind, so you can read that in your own time and see if this aligns with you, okay? Whilst I'm typing, let me know if you have any questions. Any questions about, it doesn't have to be only related to the strategy, it can be related to anything, okay? Okay. Network bombed out. Oh no. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, sorry. So, do you have any questions? And also, how do you feel now that the course, the freebie is over? How do you feel? Do you feel a little bit more clear about what you need to be doing to create a successful business from a place of alignment? How do you guys feel? Or do you feel like, oh my god, there's so much to do? Let me check. If not, if you don't have any questions, I will be going. Oh, Junita, I feel empowered. Amazing. That's exactly how I want you guys to feel. I want you to feel like this is all doable. This is all possible. People have done it. People are doing it right now. There's no reason why it can't be you. I know it for sure. There is a reason why we've met. There's a reason why you're here. You know, it's because you're meant for more. You're meant to be doing this. This is meant to be your life. You're meant to be going out there creating massive, beautiful impact in people's lives. Like, that is it, right? Like, that's you. So amazing. Thank you so much, everybody, for showing up. Whether you showed up live or on replays, I really do appreciate your time. I really hope this has given you insights and has pushed you in the right direction. If you do have any questions, do let me know. I wish you all the best. Take care of yourselves. Bye, guys.